Too strong loves discussions. We do, and we love debates too, but we love discussions more. Why? Because discussion leads to discovery, discovery leads to knowledge, and knowledge leads to what? Friendships sometimes. Sometimes. In this case, we would love to have knowledge, discussion, conversation with Mr. Murad Merali. Why? Because, there you go. Because, but in order to facilitate said things, we want questions to be issued, and we have 5 questions, 5 direct, absolutely straightforward, unequivocally direct questions from Mr. Morelli. We are hoping that he'll be answering them, whether it be on his platform by himself or coming to speak with us. We want the questions answered. We will list them, flesh them out a little bit, and then leave them in the ether to float around. And if you guys know him, send them to him, because I think it's sufficient for us to want to have these questions answered. And I think it would be very sufficient for us to require those answers. You'll understand why in a minute. I'll be reading my questions here because I want to make sure I get them correctly. Question number 1. Do you feel that all of the court's documents that they provided was proof of Diddy's charges being accurate? In other words, do you believe that the things that they presented, prosecution, I mean, were a testament to the proof side of things, that what they alleged he did, he did? Is it provable? Did they present enough to prove all his charges? It's question number 1. If you need to write that down, give you some time to do that. Follow-up question to number 1. What in your world would be considered proof? Because here's the thing. We all know everybody will be saying, well, that's proof to you, but it ain't proof to me. Well, okay, so we're going to put it in your court, because you know what? We like to give people the benefit of the doubt. Please, by your own definitions of proof, based on question 1, what would be proof? Okay, question number 3. What would it take for us to have a real, meaningful, deep, robust conversation about this particular topic? It may branch off into other things, but we're talking specifically about this whole Diddy debacle. Mr. Murad Merali, what would it take to have a sincere, and we are dead serious, this is not being facetious, what would it take to have a sit-down, direct, no holes barred, factual, however you feel, conversation about the Diddy case? Number 4, do you love Black people? Here's where people are going to be like, hey, come on now, listen. We learned from another individual how to ask certain questions a certain way, and we just hope that people would answer questions a certain way too. You see, we like Jesse, and we like Jesse for 2 reasons. Jesse hilarious, and Jesse is very direct. He doesn't ask a question superficially and goes all over the place. It's very direct. So here's our direct question. We didn't ask you if you like people. We didn't ask if you like white people. We didn't ask if you like brown people. We didn't ask you anything. We said, do you love Black people? Nobody else, just Black people. And finally, would you ever admit that you either are or were a racist? The reason that question is coming up is because we have been privy to what you've used to say, and the apology did not seem to justify an answer to us. It didn't really answer anything. It was just kind of there. So here's the real question. Will you ever admit that you either were or currently are a racist? Now, for many, those 5 questions may be a little bit loaded, but they're not loaded because we don't know the answers to them. A loaded question would be asking things that we have absolute answers to already. We don't. This is why we want to have the discussion, because we're seeing something. We're seeing a pattern of behavior, of addressing things. We see a pattern, And what we don't want to really go out on them, even though we kind of did, we want to make sure that we are 1,000% sure of what we think. Now, if we are wrong in our assumption, in our belief, in our take on you, then it would be great for you to come and clarify that all up, because nobody wants to be unheard. Nobody wants to be seen as a bad person if they're not. I mean, even Diddy doesn't want that. So maybe, just maybe, if it's within your time constraints or the goodness of your heart or whatever place is going to drag you to this point, if you would please answer these questions, and if you would want to do it face to face, even better. No matter where, we'd love to have the discussion. Why? Because it's meaningful to Black people. It is. And it's meaningful to people general. Because if what you are saying is based on something that is not wholesome, then people ought to know. If your viewpoint is a little bit skewed, then it should be corrected, and that would be another good thing. And if we are wrong, we want to know. We don't like being wrong. Nobody likes being wrong. We would love to be wrong about the right things. We would love to be right about the right things. So please let us know. Let us see. Let us hear from you about these 5 questions. If at all possible, there's no requirement, obviously, because there's nothing we can do to make you do it. Just out of the goodness of your heart, if you don't mind, address these and let's see where that goes. The biggest issue, I think, is this. Getting to the bottom of it is vital for many reasons. We don't want a discrepancy going out there and meshing with the actual message that would help people. So those 5 and a bonus one, if you don't mind, just came to my mind, bonus one. How do you feel about the Black people that support you even after the things you said about them? How do you feel about the Black people that support you even after the things you said about them? If you can answer those plus the 5, that'd be great. We look forward to hearing it. And I know people will want to answer on your behalf, but we would love to hear from you directly. If you don't mind, of course, no pressure, but we would love to have that discussion. You can just by replying with a video, hitting us up at twostrongpodcast@gmail.com, or just showing up in the chat. If you go live and telling us you want up, we could do that too. We look forward to getting your response, at least an answer, if nothing else, in the near future or whenever. Have a grand rest of the day, y'all, and wake up before you go to sleep. Peace. We out.